What's up, everybody? Alec here, bringing you Call to Action episode number 3. And if you've missed episodes 1 and 2, I highly encourage you guys to check the description. Go back and watch those 2 episodes before starting this one, because it really lays down the ground floor principles that I'm going to kind of cover in this episode. So it's just really good to be caught up. In this series, I go over kind of life lessons that I've learned in the past year, a lot of knowledge that I've learned from a lot of my mentors, and books I've read, audios that I've listened to, and I've just done a lot of personal development, working on myself. And this episode, I really want to cover goal setting. Now, your typical person, and myself included before I really learned this, would set normal goals like, I want this car, or I want to get this GPA, or I want to get a six-pack. And none of the goal actually is focused on themselves. For example, if you're overweight right now and your goal is to get a six-pack, none of that goal includes the characteristics that you're going to need to acquire to have that six-pack. Because the six-pack version of yourself and the overweight version of yourself are two different people. And why do I say that? I say that because characteristics in the six-pack version of yourself, you're going to have more consistency. You're going to have a changed diet. There's going to be things about yourself that are now different. Obviously, because if you continue to do the same things that you were doing when you were overweight, you wouldn't produce a different end result. So in order to get a six-pack, rather than saying, I want to get a six-pack and that's my goal, why don't you make a goal to be a consistent person at going to the gym and at eating healthy? All right, because a person that has a six-pack and that is in good shape, I'm not talking about one of those people that's skinny and had a six-pack since birth. I'm talking about a ripped person that got their six-pack from working out and actually being consistent in the gym. Now, the same thing applies for everything. If you want to be an NFL football player and that's your goal, okay, the person you are now is not going to be the person playing in the NFL. You need to become more. You need to become better. You need to acquire new skills. You need to hone the skills that you already have. You need to drastically improve yourself. So make goals based upon improving characteristics of yourself, and you will then get what you're going for. Okay, so there was a very famous quote by Jim Rohn, and I may have mentioned this in a previous video, but he says, make a goal to become a millionaire, not for the money, but for the person you become. And it's very similar to saying, make a goal to become an NFL football player, not for the title, but for the skills you learn, for the, playing ability that you acquire. It's obviously tied in there, make goals based upon improving yourself, because to get where you want to go, you have to change who you are as a person. Because if you keep doing the same thing you're doing right now, you're not going to make any progress. So you need to change something or improve something about yourself. And that's when, times really got hard. It's a really good saying. And it goes, don't wish things were easier. Wish you were better. Wow, this test is hard. Okay, well, why don't I just get smarter? Why don't I study more? Then the test is easier. Don't wish things were, easier. Wish you were better. Wow, these players are really good. We're getting beat. Okay, well, just improve your skills. Spend the time and improve your craft. And that's what I really wanted to base this commentary around. Ever since I can remember, I've always had huge dreams. And I've had these visions of an elaborate lifestyle of having $1 million mansion and a yacht and my family playing in the yard and just a beautiful lifestyle that one can only dream about. And up until recently, I realized that the person that I currently was would never possess those things. I truly realized that. I asked myself, well, Alec, you want $1 million house and you want all these nice cars and you want your family to be not having to worry about money so you could spend all the time in the world with them. But what are you actually doing to acquire those things? And that's when I really started thinking. And I think a lot of us are experiencing the same problem. we have these goals. I want to be really in really good shape. Well, what are you currently doing to get in shape? Well, I want to make a six-figure income. Well, what are you currently doing to make a six-figure income? It's not going to just fall in your lap. So a lot of us have our feet cemented in the ground, and we're making goals that are outside of our reach, that we'll never actually have in our grasps or even be able to obtain with what we're currently doing. So it really comes down to actually having a game plan and moving your feet in the right direction. It's about becoming more and adding the correct characteristics and skill sets to yourself. If you're not thinking, then you'll never grow. So you need to constantly be monitoring your thoughts and really make 2015 about becoming a better version of yourself. The point that I wanted to get across this commentary was becoming the best possible version of yourself. Because the version of yourself listening to this commentary right now won't get what you want. It's out of your reach right now. In the version of myself currently making this video, I can't get what I want. I need to become more and I need to become better. So we all must grow to optimum versions of ourselves in order to achieve our desires. Everything will be within your grasps if you have the correct characteristics and skill sets. So grow your mind and grow your skill set. And in the description of this video, I'm going to link a video that really opened my eyes. And it's something that I recommend everyone listening to. All right, it's very long. It's an hour and a half. But it will really set your mind up for success. And I can't urge how important it is, guys. So with that being said, I love you all and have a good night.